Hey everyone, this is Etch over at Flamehawk Studios, and today I wanted to give you a deeper look at the character creator that will be available for players to use in the mechanical world of Dr. Gearbox. We'll be releasing in early access this September on Steam, so keep in mind that we plan to keep improving the player options and experience as we get more feedback. We're also going to be taking part in Steam's Next Fest the first week of October, so make sure you wishlist our game on Steam for updates. We've been developing the game for 3 years now, but the idea for a fully inclusive character creator was around from the very beginning. We're creating a kids game, so we felt like it was important that they were able to actually create themselves if we wanted to, and the Gearboxian wheelchair was one of the first concepts that I drew for the game. You're going to notice some clipping and things as I show off these features, but know that we have plans in place to take care of those. Disclaimers aside, let's check it out. Alright, when you load in, it's just going to be your basic kid, some random features. We have a randomized facial features attribute here. It'll randomize all of the sliders on the face, as well as the body weight slider. To get things started, to be as inclusive as possible, we're not gender locking any of the gear in the game. So if you wanted to say, run around in a dress and some combat boots, you're more than welcome to do that. Ignore our little clipping hole here. Each of the items in the game, especially the starter items, are going to have different colorable zones, so you can customize different aspects of each piece. This carries over into the gear that you drop in game, as those will drop in different colored variations that you can collect over time. Let's go ahead and do this. Actually, we'll go with the short sleeve for right now. Okay. On the character side, under body, we have our skin tone options, starting with albinism, with less pigment, all the way down to lots of pigment, and everything in between. The body shape slider will allow you to thicken up your character if you need. At launch, we're going to have 5 different vitiligo options. They're different patterns that apply across the whole body. In the future, we do have plans for potential customizable vitiligo map, or coloration for like rosacea and things like that. We also have 2 different freckle options, a lighter option and a heavier option. You can combine these so that, if you have vitiligo and freckles, we can take care of you there. For hair options, we're going to have about 8 options to start. Everything from kind of your more standard haircuts that you'd see in kids today, and we'll get a little more extreme as we move along. Ponytail, pigtails. A lot of these will also have sliders on them to make them longer or shorter in certain aspects. It's especially true for like the long hair, giving bang length control and side control. So if you wanted, say, a long side, short on this side, short bangs, just have a long look on the side, totally doable with our character creator. I'm going to use the mohawk because it's easy to show off some of the features. We also have different zones on some of the hair options. For example, on here, so like you'll have a base color, kind of a more of the edge or shadow colors. These are the highlights, and then we'll have like a colorable zone on the end. We're still working on some of the blending with, like, say, the lighter colors. If you go with a real light color, the colors aren't working yet, versus the darker colors where it blends in better. We are working on that though, so we look forward to that in the future. Under face, we have over 40 different facial options to adjust all the different aspects here. Make it yourself if you want, or whomever you'd like to be. The randomize option does cycle through these, but only within like limited parameters. So for example, you could, if you wanted to go or needed to go super adjustable on height or things like that, we have you covered there as well. Under eyes, we have our eye color, and with the eye color, as you can see, we have them unlocked, so you can select the same color if that's what you've got, but if you've got heterochromia and you want to change it up, we can do that too. Under enhancements is where we've got our prosthesis and wheelchair options. The wheelchair, being part of the plan from the beginning, also has a different type of traversal than walking around does. We wanted to make sure though that they didn't limit the player in any way, so the wheelchair will actually have a little jetpack for jumping, for open world travel stuff. These options can be used in conjunction with one another, and they're customizable as well. So let's go ahead and give them a custom look here. This purple, we'll label these a little better as we go along, but this purple is for the metal, so we can like give it an anodized look if we want as well. You know, in the event that you have multiple prostheses that you'd like to display, we can cover that too. In addition to the prosthesis and the wheelchair, our current accessible options for character creation include eyeglasses, if you have those. Also customizable with tint and color. And we switch over to the mohawk for a moment. And we have cochlear implants as well. That about covers it for the base character creator and the options available to you. Once you create them and head into game, you can start your adventuring, finding more gear, and applying that gear to your character as you move along. I'll show you real quick. This is our main base. This is Geabox's lab. We've got Sir roaming around over here, just having a good time. It's our Kickstarter backer plaque. But when you get into game and you start fighting, you'll get plenty of gear that you can use to customize and equip to your player. Again, the clipping issues are being worked on, but just know, we've got everything in place here for you to start adventuring and collecting gear and creating yourself. I think that about does it for now. Don't forget to check out our Steam page where you can wishlist the game right now. There's links below to our trailer and our various social accounts if you'd like to follow along with the development process. Also, just leave a comment below if you have any questions or comments about the character creator itself or features that we should be looking into. And until next time, this is Josh with Flamehawk Studios, also known as Etch, signing off.